So just to remind you of, I think the only, well, maybe, I'm not sure, maybe the only time that Jesus refers to friends. But maybe he said if you love only those who love you, but I don't think he uses the word friends. So this comes in the chapter 14, 15 of St. John's Gospel, just after Judas has received the bread and goes out to do what he has to do. And it was night. And Jesus says, the Son of Man has been glorified, so fulfilled. And it's now he gives his new commandment to love one another as I have loved you. So you are to love one another. If there is this love among you, then all will know that you are my disciples. And then he gives them his peace. Peace is my parting gift to you, my own peace, such as the world cannot give. And then he says, I've spoken all this to you so that my joy may be in you and your joy may be complete. Another translation of that is, so that I may have joy in you and your joy may be complete. And then he repeats the commandment, love one another as I have loved you. And there's no greater love than for someone to lay down their life for their friends. And then, you are my friends if you do what I command you. I call you servants no longer. The servant does not know what his master is about. I have called you friends because I have disclosed to you everything that I heard from my Father. You did not choose me, I chose you. I appointed you to go on and bear fruit, fruit that shall last. And again, a third repetition, this is my commandment, love one another. So, Jesus quite radically, in these words, changes the human image of God, understanding of God, by stepping out of this model where we, as human beings, are just worshipping God from a distance, or that we are beseeching God for what we need, or frightened of God for punishing us, or even manipulating God in order to support our own power systems and institutions. So he steps completely out of that traditional model of God, which is still very prevalent, and among Christians, and Muslims and Jews, I would say. But in those few words, he says, "You are my friends." And if Jesus is the Word made flesh, it's a perfect translation of the Word of God into the human language, to the human form, then what Jesus says as a human is a perfect transmission of the divine mind, of how God sees us. So, you are my friends if you do what I command. But the commandment is to love one another, to be friends with one another. Because he says to be a friend is to lay down your life for your friends, as he is doing and will do. So the friendship is understood as this giving of one's life for another.